Okay, Hayden, so I went to the MOO.com website, I looked at their artwork guidelines, I scrolled down to the size and resolution, and let's say I wanted to make a sticker book, then it's telling me that it recommends an image that's 300 dpi, or dots per inch, and for a sticker book, since the stickers are a little bit less than 1 inch, and there's 300 dots in an inch, it wants an image that's 283 by 283 pixels. So let's say we'll give them an image that's 300 by 300, just a little bit bigger than that. So I already have the image that I want to use. I've opened it in Preview, the application called Preview. And let me just zoom out a little bit so I have a little space. And we want a perfectly square image, right? 300 by 300 pixels. So first, let's just choose the square that I want. So I'll start clicking, click and hold, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key while I do that, and that will force it to be a perfect square. And let's say that's the part that I want. I'm using the hand, grabbing it, holding it with the hand to move it. Let's say I want that to be the image that I choose. So I say Tools, Crop. That's the part of the image that I want to use. Now if I go to Tools, Adjust Size, it shows me that it's currently 400 pixels per inch. I want it to be 300 pixels per inch. And I want it to be 300 pixels wide. So it's going to resample the image, and it's going to make it 300 pixels per inch and 300 pixels wide, and it automatically adjusted it to 300 tall because it's scaling it proportionally and it knows it's a square. That's what this little lock means. And I click OK, and it shrinks it down to the size that I want, and I say File, Save As, and then maybe put it on my desktop as Ghost of Virginia Square. And I save it, and it shows up on my desktop. That's basically what you need to do. Now, just to talk a little bit more about the adjust size, what you're doing when you adjust size on an image, you're adjusting the resolution, so how many pixels per inch, and you're adjusting the total number of pixels, or you can choose to say how many inches it is. In this case, it's 1 inch. If I changed this and said that I wanted it to be 2 inches by 2 inches at 300 dots per inch, or let's say 4 inches by 4 inches, it will blow it up. It'll make it blurry, but it'll blow it up. So now it's 4 inches by 4 inches at 300 dots per inch, and it's gotten much bigger, and you can see that it's a little bit blurrier. And if I go and look at it, the size, it's 4 inches. If I look at the pixels, it's now 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. So that's way bigger than they would want for a sticker, but it might be closer to the size that they would want, say, for a business card. So if I look again at their website, it says for a business card we want 1039 by 697. So if I go back to here, let's say I wanted to use this for a business card, 1039 by 697, I think they said. So I'm going to look at the look here at Adjust Tools, Adjust Size, and it's almost the right height. Let's just change it down to 1093, they said, by 1093 at 300 dots per inch. So now it's a square that's the right height for the business card, but they wanted, if I look again at what they wanted, they wanted 697 by 1039. So I actually changed the size to the wrong size. So I'm going to, go here again, Tools, Adjust Size, 1039. So now it's 1039 by 1039 pixels. So it's the right height, but they want it to be 697 wide. So I'm going to have to crop it. So I'll start here, kind of outside it, and I just want to get it to be 697 wide. So there's 698, that's pretty good. And say Tools, Crop. Now if I look at Adjust Size, it's 698 by 1039. We'll just squeeze it a little bit. So we'll just take off the proportional scaling and let it squeeze it to make it a little bit skinnier to be exactly what they want. 697 by 1039. Click OK. And now it's exactly what we want. We would say File, Save As, BizCard. And of course, you can save in any format, JPEG or PNG or whatever format you want. So that should answer your questions, I hope.